Hi, it's Bernie from the Walworth Library, and I'm here to do a DIY with you on this first Tuesday of February. And because we are in the month of February, Valentine's Day is just around the corner, I thought it might be fun to make a rag wreath that's suitable for Valentine's Day. And this is my rag wreath that I made. I've used multiple fabrics, and you can see here's the back side and the front side. And I'm going to show you how to make this wreath. You're going to need a wire wreath form, and these come in round, and sometimes you can find them in heart shape. If it's heart shape, it's going to have 3 rows. If it's round, it's probably going to have 4 rows. Either is going to be fine. Depending on what shape wire form you're using, you may need to have 2 yards of material for this wreath. If you're using the heart that only has 3 rows, probably closer to 1.5 yards. You'll need some scissors, and that'll be it. And some fabric, obviously. So I went online because I didn't have any old shirts or sheets which you can cut up to make this wreath. I didn't have any of that, so I ordered some fabric from Amazon, and it was described as quilting squares, cotton quilting squares. Well, this is not cotton. This is polyester, and so I had a lot of fraying that went on with the polyester. So if you have something that's not cotton, you may want to try to use pinking shears. I didn't have pinking shears, so I'm just dealing with the threads. You're going to cut your fabric into 2-inch wide strips, that 1.5 to 2 inch, that are 8 inches long. That's the key right there. And what you're going to do with this, because you'll see it's white on one side and it's patterned on the other, you're going to fold these in half so that you have your fabric folded lengthwise in half. The 8-inch strip is folded lengthwise. You see the patterns on both sides. Then you're going to fold it in half so that you have a little loopy here. Get your wire wreath form, start on the outer edge, slip your loop through, and I want to make sure that I have this in the right direction. I think I do. Put your ends through the loop. Let me adjust this. Put your ends through the loop and pull. And you can see it looks like a man's tie in terms of the, if you could see that, the little knot that's there. You want to have all your knots going in the same direction. I'm going to cut that thread off. It's going to bother me. All right, let's do another one with my camera face down so that you can see it. I'm folding the fabric in half, making the loop, putting it through the wreath ring, just the one ring, getting my loop opened up and passing the ends through. All right, so I've got 2 on there, and I'm going to go down to the next row so that I can show you in terms of this layering that's going to happen. And I did just a section at a time, or you can do the whole outer ring if you wanted to do that, and do the whole outer ring and before you start doing some of the inner rings. But again, I'm just going to pass my loop through, open up my loop, and pass the ends through. And pull. All right, so here's the back. You can see that all your little ties are going to be in the same direction, nice and neat. And you're going to do this, you're going to fill all your rings so that in the end, none of your ties will be facing out of the back. They'll all be facing front. This is the back again, which looks nice and neat. So if you have a glass door, it's going to be attractive on the back side as well as on the front side. All right, so this is something that you can do while you're watching TV at night. It really doesn't take a lot of concentration as you're cutting your strips. I will tell you, one of the tricks here is to always have your wreath facing so that you're working in this direction, because as you're going, just keep turning your wreath so that you're always having the part that you're working on and going in that direction, so you're passing your loop through and then pulling it so that your ties are all going in the same direction. If you start working in a different direction, you're going to have some of the ties where they crisscross, and it's not going to look as attractive in terms of the front. You want to have all your knots being identical. So that's just a little tip for you. I had to work with that a couple of times because I would make mistakes if I thought I got distracted, or if I was watching something that caught my attention and I didn't have this going in the right way. It just keep turning it this way to work on it rather than, jumping around and going back and forth. Just keep working on one ring, one section at a time, or one ring at a time, but turning your wreath form so that you're working with it. All right, that's Bernie from the Walworth Library. I hope that you give this a try, and I will see you at the next time that we do a craft together. Have a good time crafting. Bye-bye.